Hello guys, how you guys doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Yeah, my name is Albert and I'm an international student studying in Canada, and I do videos for my followers. So if you are new to my channel, do well to subscribe, and I believe you'll be notified when I post new videos. Yeah, okay. Yeah, in today's video, I'll be talking about an interesting topic which I believe is very vital in your student visa application. That is a statement of purpose. Statement of purpose. Some call it statement of purpose, some call it letter of motivation, some call it letter of explanation. Ideally, for the first time, you can call it statement of purpose or letter of explanation, or sorry, letter of motivation. But if you are denied, you are applying for the second time, so you call it a letter of explanation because you are actually explaining why the visa officers should consider you, because you're explaining why you were denied the first time and you are reapplying again for a second chance. Or probably the third time you can still use the word letter of explanation. Yeah, so this document is actually submitted, uploaded in what we call the client information under the uh, optional document. So it's actually optional, but it's not optional because your letter of explanation or your statement of purpose is that letter that it's an avenue to sell yourself, as in talk about yourself. I believe that's the first document the visa officer is going to check to see, to know more about you. This visa application is a non-appearance visa, so you don't do interview. So your letter is what this letter is what speaks for you. So this letter is what the visa officer is going to read to know more about you, to know what you have submitted. So this letter should address like everything about you, your documentation, what you uploaded. Um, I feel this letter should address three areas, like your purpose of studying, talk about your proof of funds or financing, and the last one talk about your home ties, or what we call economic establishment, as in what you'll be doing at home, what you'll be doing. So I think your letter of explanation should address these three things because they are very interested in why you are studying the course. I think I have done a video on that, so I'll put the link on my description box below. So proof of fund or financing, they are interested in your purpose of study, why you are coming to study this course, or why Canada. Then how much have you saved? They're interested in that. Then home ties, as in what have you been doing back home? What will take you back home when you finish your studies? How valuable are you an asset in your country? You see, so they want to know more about it. So they want to know more in detail. So this, in your statement of purpose, you are going to do a brief introduction of, or you can also call it letter of introduction. Letter of introduction. So yeah, so you're going to explain all these three items in great details, especially your proof of funds, because they are very interested in it. And I think and the document you uploaded, you have to let them know the document you uploaded, as in you have this, you have that, you have that. Yeah, so but in this video I'm going to be I'm going to be reading my letter of my statement of purpose, what I used on my visa application. The first one that got me denied, and the second one that got my visa approved. So if you're interested in this video, so let's dive into it. Yeah. Okay, so now let's go to the first one, first letter of the one I did. Yeah, so I see my name is Imaso Nkwase Albert, a Nigerian, and I'm an entrepreneur and also the consultant, so slash head of ICT in two companies. I was actually consulting for two companies, this company and this company. Okay, so the next paragraph I say I wish to advance my ICT career into computer engineering technology where I can be able to develop scalable and robust problem solving hardware related software for companies, hence my interest to study in Conestoga College, Canada. I got visa to visit Venezuela, but I couldn't visit because of my schedule, because my schedules were replete with studies and IT work coupled with the deadline. So actually, I got a visa before to go to Venezuela, but I had a lot of activities, so I couldn't go. It was a 1 year visa, so I couldn't go. So I started it there. So I also scanned the visa page during the application. So one thing you have to know as I'm reading is anything you mention in your statement of purpose, do find try and don't forget to upload relevant documents. Like I talked about visiting, I got a visa for Venezuela, so they are interested in seeing the visa page, the stamped page of your international passport. So anything you see, you have to show evidence. If there's no evidence, they just assume they're just talking for talking sake. Most of the times they might send you a message, which is very rare. They can send you a message, okay, please, you talked about this thing, can you send us? They will email you, or they can send message to your GIC account. Yeah, you talked about doing something like this, or you have something like this. Can you send us some documents relating to that stuff? But in most cases, they don't ask because Canada has a lot of they have backlogs of visa applications, so they will not have that time to start asking you questions or telling you to. Yeah, so they'll just assume that you are talking for talking sake. So then the next paragraph, I own a freelancing website. Yeah, and my company, subsidiary of my company, where digital services are bought and sold with a secure payment gateway. The freelancing website is registered under my business name. So I had a business name. Then okay, so with the fund I generate from my entrepreneurial business and contractual salary from my two companies above, when I told you about. So I say I will be alongside my sponsor, be able to foot the bills while studying in Conestoga College in Canada. So now, so I wish to the last paragraph. I wish to return to my country, Nigeria, to meet my beautiful family and continue my work with the two companies where I improve more on my freelancing website to create jobs for skilled persons and the unemployed in Nigeria. Kind regards. You see, then my name under. So this is the first letter of introduction that I did in my first application, and after 6 months, I got a rejection denial. It was horrible. Yeah, can't explain it. So in my second application, before then, I had to order for my GCMS notes. So but so let me keep to this topic. So my next application, so I had to write a very detailed application. See, the first one was just one page. See, just one page, very small. So second application, I did a very detailed application. You can see that it's 2 page. Yeah, you can see it's even 2 page or 3 page. Yeah, so let's read your address. Then yeah, so the person you are sending it to. So now that's a letter of explanation for Canadian study permit. Okay, so I say my name is citizen of Nigeria and recently gained admission into dash 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 Canada September 4 2022 to study dash dash dash. So in this letter of explanation, I was very very detailed. So okay, let's go. I hereby apply for a Canadian study permit to facilitate my study at Dash in Canada. Yeah, first, then I have to thank them for giving me the opportunity. So I say thank you, sir, for affording me the opportunity to apply and study in one of your reputable colleges in your beautiful country. So beautiful. It's a mistake on my part. Beautiful country, Canada. This will be the second time. Now, if you are writing the second one, make sure you let them know that yes, it's your second time that you were rejected before, and you tell them the reason. So I said this will be the second time you are affording me this opportunity, and based on your last letter, I believe I have made all the necessary adjustments you recommend that I make before applying again. You see? So now say in this letter I explain the steps I've taken based on my first application and your observations, and I have shown what I have done to improve each and every one of your concerns with proof of documents and evidence attached. Now, I was first of all, if you have been watching my videos, I said I was denied for proof of funds. So I ordered for my GCMS note. So it's always good when you are denied, you order for your GCMS note, because it gives you a more robust. In my next video, I'm going to talk about. I'm going to do an analysis of GCMS note I've received from some of my friends. So I'm going to analyze, because when you are denied, those statements they give you just a generic statement like I'm denying you for, I'm not satisfied by the end of your whatever you leave Canada based on your purpose of your personal set of financial status or your purpose of study. When I was denied for personal set and financial status. So when I ordered for my GCMS note, the person said made a lot of analysis I'm going to talk about in my next video. So just if you have not subscribed, so do it to subscribe. So it's going to be very interesting. So let's push on. So in a nutshell, if you're denied before you reapply, don't just take the first application, don't just take that denial letter and say you want to reapply again. Do just take your time, take your due diligence and apply for the GCMS note. That note will give you a robust reason why what the visa officer actually wrote concerning your case. Because the second visa officer that is going to attend to your second application is going to make reference, is going to check your previous document and what the visa officer said about you. So it's good before you apply, you've already read those notes and you have addressed it, and you let them know that you are aware of everything. Yeah, so I think I've said much. So let's continue. So I said in my first application with the application ID, see, UCI ID, UCI, the biometrics number, you mentioned specifically that I'm not satisfied that you will leave Canada at the end of your stay as stipulated in subsection 2161 of the IRPRO based on your personal assets and financial status. And so what this one means is proof of fund. You know, I talked about it. If you have watched my video, I said 3 major reasons why visas are denied: your purpose of studies, proof of funds, then home ties. Yeah. So now they served me my breakfast through the proof of fund. So I say, and I also did my research extensively on the Canadian immigration website, and it says I need to have 10,000 Canadian dollars for living expenses, 1 year living expenses, at least, excluding my tuition fees, proof of how I will provide for the subsequent years financially. So I spoke with my mom. These are the strategies I use to rectify their concerns. So I spoke with my mom about it, and she went out to sell her landed property worth, the amount equivalent. So you put the equivalent in dollars, because they may not know the equivalent. So try and make things easy for them, and they'll make things easy for you. So I deposited it in a microfinance bank with interest from the bank and in my name, since the college resumption is about 8 months ahead. The account statement is attached below, and with the affidavit of support, sales of land from my mom. You see, that's explicit enough. Then I also say prior now, my uncle, the name, elder brother to my mom, has earlier on gifted me a plot of land because I actually met him and spoke to him. So valued, so you have to talk about the value of the land equivalent to the Canadian dollars. So even before the first visa denial, and has also attached his church is a bishop, has also attached his church statement of account with affidavit of support to support my schooling. Yeah, he gifted me his property after I told him I have applied to study in Canada. So now I want to talk about the relationship now, because if you are using a third party like your uncle, your auntie, you have to give a detailed relationship. I added pictures, so you don't just say it's your uncle. So how would they believe it's your uncle? You can just bring any. They can say anybody. You can bring any person, and the person can stand as your uncle. So are you seeing it? So it's not just an uncle. It's like a father to me. I'm currently staying in one of his houses for the past 10 years. You see, managing his tenants. He's the chief sponsor of um this there's a course I did. It was what I sponsored it, so I included the evidence in the year 2020. All the verifiable document proofs and evidence are also attached. See, so with this gift deed, I have the right to sell the land personally in split seconds to raise funds for my schooling expenses, as the land is strategically located in, I said, the city, the state, Nigeria, a town currently occupied by NAPC. If you're in Nigeria, so you understand this statement. Okay, due to the newly founded oil well there. See, you can see how lengthy and detailed it is. So I said on my own part, I have also been saving and I made 3 transfers, savings from my GTB account as reflected on my GTB. So I uploaded my microfinance account statement, I uploaded my uncle's account statement, and I also uploaded my GT Bank. So I uploaded 3 account statements in the second application. You can see it because I was really ready for them woto. So as reflected on my attached GT Bank statement of statement of account with date. So the first one was 1 million naira, my microfinance account. Then on the 12th of November, I also did 1 million. Then on the 15th of November, I also did one on 13th November. So I just outlined them. So which sum up to the amount in the same savings with the microfinance bank. This money, so then the next thing I'm talking about is, where did you get this money from? This 3 million you saved, because they are very interested in all the money, how they are moving, where it came from. They want to know details of your financial history. So that's the reason why they will tell you to print your 4 months or 6 month bank statement, because they want to see how money has the cash flow, the inflow and the outflow in your account statement. They want to see how the money has been going. So they want to know if actually you didn't borrow the money, or you didn't just put the money there and remove it after printing. See, so this money I saved from consulting and holding seminars with business schools and tech companies like. So I mentioned it. They also uploaded some receipts. Then the pay slip is also attached with dates for your perusal, for your verification. Are you seeing it? So I also talked about as I'm a trained graphic designer, 2D video animation creator, digital marketer, and I have a diploma in programming. I own and manage my freelancing website. I said this before in my first application, so I'm still saying it again. So a few months ago, I also created a subdomain. I'm a programmer, so I know how to do this things, and a mobile app where clients can buy. So I had a VTU website for Nigerians. I had a VTU website where you can buy airtime. So I also included the link where they can buy airtime and data and pay for subscription bills and other utilities. So I also included them. Then that's That's a proof of funds. Now, all this is I'm saying, I included evidence. So it's not just talking. It's not just talking. See, I included evidence. So if you are talking without evidence, you'll be ready to be saved another breakfast. So the next one I'm going to talk about the purpose of study. Yeah. So because in my when I ordered for my GCMS note, I told you I said I was denied for proof of funds. But the visa officer also highlighted that the course I'm going for is not worth it. There's a way he said it that it's a course that I can easily study my country. So it's not so I had to now talk more on purpose of studies. I said it will be out of order for me to compare Nigeria to Canada in terms of ICT and technological advancement. Please pardon me, I'm not trying to downgrade the educational sector in Nigeria, but I'm just trying to give a kind of a comparison. Do you get? Okay. So, Nigeria's education only has just a theoretical knowledge without corresponding practicals and hands-on. I'm very much interested in studying this course in Canada because your knowledge has gone far in technology, and my end goal is to become a software engineer. This college, as stipulated in the school website, offers more elaborate courses. So I had to pick some courses in the school website, see some of the courses. So I had to say this course will further help me in my consultancy work with my already existing business partners and further create job for my fellow IT experts in my home country. As I plan to return home to my beautiful family. Are you getting it? I understand. So that's the end. So I understand as per the immigration policy that being granted a student visa is a privilege and not a right. Even after demonstrating, this statement is very powerful. See, even after demonstrating full eligibility. So if you can lift it and reconfigure the English, is good because it's not a right. Even if you have all the documents, they still reserves the right to deny you. You get, if you are strong enough, if you are strong enough, you can take them to court. So I kindly ask that you confer this privilege on me, and not just me, but to my career path. And I pledge to observe and obey every single letter of the law and abide to the terms and specifications of my study permit. Thank you very much for your time and patience going through my visa application, and I'm optimistically waiting on your response and looking forward to experience my stay in Canada. God bless you, government of Canada, and God bless Canada at large. Are you seeing it? So yours sincerely, I inserted my signature. Then you see, I enclosed in my proof of fund. Remember, this is letter of explanation. We have another document that is called proof of fund that you have all your assets, your account statement, and the rest. So I said, in my proof of fund, I added my recommendation letter from my uncle, from my mom, affidavit. You can see all that I included. So are you seeing it? So that this is how I did it. You can see how detailed and robust it is. Now there are some that in some cases you can also include or call a study plan, but though I didn't include it my own, so you can include it. So and talk more on your purpose of studies. You see, but I didn't include it my own, but I think it's good to include it in your application. Yeah, you can just say to further buttress my purpose of study. I have included my study plan alongside the proof form from more in-depth understanding. So are you seeing it? That's how you do it, and you are good to go. Yeah, so that's how I submitted everything, and like I said before, you are applying anything you are saying here, you must attach the relevant document to authenticate what you are saying, because if you don't attach it, it's as if you are just saying, you're just talking. Yeah, because document speaks volume in visa application. Are you getting me? So that's how I did my own. Then in the 5th month, I checked my GIC account. They said I should go and do my medicals. Oh my god! Then I was still, I was still afraid. So I went online to go and check if RIC asks you to do medicals, is it a sure way to get your visa? Some people were saying that even with after medicals can still be denied. I was afraid. I started kabashing. But the truth is that if they tell you to go and do medicals, just know that they want to approve your visa. Yeah. So don't listen to all those blogs or forum that will start misleading you. So they tell you to go and do medicals, then it's obvious that they're about to issue your visa. So that's it. So that's how I did mine, and I got it. So you too can also do your own, and you will get it. So we've come to the end of this video. So if you have any question relating to statement of purpose, you are finding it difficult to craft a very convincing, because your letter of explanation, just like a love letter, you need to be very you need to know how to choose your words and know what to say and how to, because this letter is just like it's just like your interview, because they are not going to call you. Is what you write here that you even, in fact, some persons, they even subcontract this letter of explanation to professionals. Look for somebody who is very good at it to just write and talk about it, because sometimes it can be very difficult for you're a newbie, it's your first time, so you don't even know what to write. So you may have all the documents, yet you didn't learn it. I think I was told of somebody who was denied for irregularity in document and improper documentation. So if you don't write a good, compelling SOP, sometimes, especially when you are moving your sharp deviation from your course. Maybe you studied accounting and now you are going to ICT, or you studied accounting, you are going to nursing. So you need a strong SOP, because especially we want to this person has BSc in accounting, and why is the person going for? So this is a place that you can actually sell and explain why you're actually moving from a social science related course to a science related course. So you have to explain. If not, they'll just deny you for purpose of study that you don't have experience. So this is a platform where you can actually sell yourself. Now, if you go down, I can see that it's written a optional document. It's not really optional. Called the client information. It's not optional. So you need to do a good work. And if you're having issue with writing it, you can email me, then I can also provide some assistance from my personal experience. Yeah. So we have come to the end. So if you have any questions, so just drop it on the comment section, and I will try and assist. So in my next video, I'm going to be analyzing some denial letters from RIC, that denials letter GCMS notes, so that you know how you should know the way they think and how you should write and do a proper documentation in your visa application. Don't be in a rush, just take your time, and the sky will be your study point. Cheers. Bye.